deep in the heart of a lush, green jungle, where vines hang like curly green noodles and flowers bloom in every color of the rainbow, there flows a wide, sparkling river, and in this river lived a crocodile. But this wasn't just any crocodile. This was the biggest, silliest crocodile anyone had ever seen. Let's call him Crocky. Crocky was enormous, with a tail as long as a small canoe and a grin so wide it seemed to stretch from one riverbank to the other. But the biggest thing about Crocky wasn't his size. It was his love for playing silly tricks. He thought he was the funniest creature in the entire jungle, and his favorite hobby was surprising everyone. One sunny morning, a family of monkeys was chattering happily in a mango tree, munching on sweet, juicy fruit. They were having a lovely time until, whoosh! A huge, scaly tail whipped through the leaves, sending mangoes flying everywhere. The monkeys shrieked and clung to the branches, their hearts thumping. Below them, they saw Crocky, half submerged in the water, his big eyes twinkling with mischief. He let out a deep, rumbling chuckle. Ha ha ha. Did I scare you? The littlest monkey, Momo, nearly dropped his mango. It wasn't very funny for them. Later that afternoon, a gentle elephant named Ellie came down to the river for a drink. She dipped her trunk into the cool water, ready for a refreshing sip. But just as the water reached her lips, splash! A giant wave, created by a mighty slap of Crocky's tail, soaked her from head to toe. Water dripped from her long eyelashes and her big, floppy ears. "Crocky!" she trumpeted, more surprised than angry. Crocky just laughed, his big body bobbing up and down in the water. "Just cooling you off, Ellie," he bellowed. Ellie sighed and shook her head, water spraying everywhere. His pranks didn't stop there. He'd sneak up on the brightly colored fish that darted through the reeds, snatch them up in his huge jaws just for fun, and then let them go, leaving them dizzy and confused. To Crocky, it was all a hilarious game. He loved the surprised squeals, the startled jumps, and the funny splashes. But for the other animals, his fun was starting to feel, well, not fun at all. The monkeys were especially fed up, led by Momo, the brave little monkey who had almost lost his mango. The monkey gang gathered in the highest branches of the banyan tree. "That's it," chattered Momo, his tail twitching with frustration. "Crocky has gone too far. He splashed Ellie, he scared us, and he bullies the fish. We have to do something." The other monkeys chattered in agreement. "Yes, we need to teach him a lesson." One screeched. "Let's throw rotten bananas at him," suggested another. "Let's tie his tail in a knot," chattered a third. They were all very cross and ready for a fight. But just as their angry chatter reached its peak, a calm, deep voice echoed from below. "Fighting will not solve anything." It was Ellie, the wise old elephant. She had overheard their plan. She slowly ambled over to the banyan tree and looked up with her kind, knowing eyes. "Crocky thinks his tricks are funny because he doesn't understand how it feels to be on the other side," she explained patiently. "We don't need to be mean to him. We need to be clever. We'll stop him not by fighting, but by using our brains." The monkeys quieted down, listening to Ellie's wisdom. She was right. Fighting fire with fire would only make the jungle a more unpleasant place. They needed a smarter plan. Just then, a flash of green and blue swooped down from the canopy and landed on Ellie's back. It was Pip, the cleverest parrot in the jungle. "Ellie is right. Ellie is right," squawked Pip, bobbing his head. "And I have an idea. A fantastically funny, wonderfully wacky idea." All the animals gathered closer, their ears perked. Even the little lizards on the tree trunks stopped to listen. Pip puffed out his chest and explained his plan. "We'll play a trick on Crocky. A trick so silly, so surprising that he'll finally understand how it feels to be the one who gets fooled." Pip whispered the plan to Ellie, who then whispered it to Momo, who then chattered it to all the other animals. Soon, a ripple of giggles spread through the jungle. It was a perfect plan. The next morning, the plan went into action. Pip the parrot flew all over the jungle, squawking with excitement. A magic fish. A magic golden fish. It's appeared by the muddy bend in the river. Whoever catches it will have good luck forever. He made sure his squawks were loud enough for Crocky to hear. Down in the river, Crocky's ears twitched. A magic golden fish. Good luck forever. His eyes grew wide with greed. That magic fish will be mine, he thought, a greedy grin spreading across his face. He loves being the best, and catching a magic fish would prove he was the greatest crocodile in the world. Without a second thought, he swam as fast as he could toward the muddy bend in the river, the spot Pip had been squawking about. As he got closer, he saw it. Something was shimmering and glinting in the morning sun, right near the riverbank. It was gold, all right. It looked just like a big, shiny fish scale. It's real. Crocky gasped. He forgot all about being careful. He forgot to check for soft ground. All he could think about was that golden prize. He lunged out of the water, his massive body crashing onto the riverbank, aiming straight for the shimmering object. But the golden fish was just a clever trick. It was a large, shiny leaf that the monkeys had polished and placed carefully, and the ground beneath it wasn't solid. It was a deep, squishy, muddy pit that Ellie had helped dig with her strong feet and then covered with thin branches and leaves. Splash. But it wasn't the sound of water. It was the sound of thick, gooey mud. Crocky fell right into the trap. He landed with a heavy thump and a sloppy squelch, sinking deep into the sticky, brown goo. Mud flew everywhere. It splattered on his nose, in his eyes, and all over his big, silly grin. He was stuck. He tried to wiggle, but he only sank deeper. He tried to thrash his tail, but it just made a loud, sloppy, slapping sound. And then he heard something else. It started as a small titter, then a giggle, then a full-blown roar of laughter. From the trees, the monkeys pointed and howled with glee. The birds chirped with amusement. Even Ellie let out a deep, rumbling chuckle. All the animals he had pranked were gathered around, laughing their heads off. For the first time ever, Crocky felt his face turn red under all that mud. He felt embarrassed. He was the one being laughed at. He was the butt of the joke. And you know what? It didn't feel good at all. It didn't feel funny. It just felt silly and a little bit sad. He finally understood. His tricks might have been fun for him, but they were embarrassing and upsetting for everyone else. Slowly, with his head hanging low, Crocky looked up at the other animals. I'm sorry, he mumbled, his deep voice thick with mud and regret. I didn't realize. I was just trying to have fun. I never meant to make you all feel bad. Seeing his genuine apology, the animals' laughter faded away, replaced by smiles. Momo the monkey swung down from a branch. We know, Crocky, he said kindly. Fun is good, but not when it hurts others. Ellie used her trunk to spray Crocky with clean river water, washing away the mud. From that day on, Crocky changed. He still had his big, wide grin, but now he used it to make his friends happy. He'd give the monkeys rides on his long, strong back. He'd use his tail to make gentle waves for the baby ducks to splash in. He became the jungle's friendliest, funniest crocodile who knew the best jokes and told the most exciting stories. The animals all forgave him, and the jungle became an even happier place. Crocky learned a very important lesson. The best kind of fun is the kind that everyone can enjoy together. And that's the story of how the big, silly crocodile became the big, friendly crocodile. Thanks so much for watching our story today. If you enjoyed Crocky's adventure, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more fun stories. We love sharing them with you. See you next time.